I read her message 4 times and answered nothing. Then 9 days passed. That is how our silence started. Emma and I message each other every day. Small things, mostly. A photo of her lunch, a question about a film, a bad joke at 11 at night. So when her name appeared on my screen that Tuesday, I opened it while I was still walking. The message was long. She wrote that I cancel our plans more often than I keep them. She wrote that I only call her when I need something. I stopped in the middle of the street and read it again. My first feeling was not sadness. It was anger, because half of it was not fair. I had canceled twice, not every time. That evening I typed a long answer with dates in it, like a report. Then I read my own answer, and it sounded like a man defending himself in a court. I deleted almost all of it. I kept the first line, because it was the only honest one. It said, "I'm sorry." I saved it as a draft and put the phone face down on the table. On the first night, I was sure she would write in the morning. She did not. On the third day, I opened the draft again and made it longer. This time it was colder, and it had the word "actually" in it 3 times. I did not send that one either. By the 5th day the anger was gone, and something worse came instead. I started to worry. I checked if she had been online, and she had. So she was fine, and she was choosing this. That was harder than a broken phone or a message that never arrived. On the 6th day I walked past the cafe where we always sit. There was a woman near the window in a yellow cardigan. My whole body decided it was her before my eyes did. It was not her. I bought a coffee I did not want, and I drank it outside like a man who had a reason to be there. Mr. Lee was on his chair by the door when I came home. He sits outside almost every afternoon, and he sees everything on our street. He asked me where the young woman with the yellow cardigan was. I said she was busy this month. He nodded slowly, the way people nod when they know you are lying, and he let me go upstairs. That small lie stayed with me all evening. It was easier to say than the true sentence, and the true sentence was only 5 words long. We are not talking right now. On the 8th day I decided that I was right. On the 9th day I decided that it did not matter who was right. 9 days is a long time for 2 people who send each other photos of their lunch. I opened the draft one more time. Under all the cold paragraphs, at the very top, the first line was still there from the first night. 2 words. I deleted everything under them and looked at the screen for a while. Then I did not send the message at all. I called her instead. It rang twice. She answered, and for 1 second neither of us said anything. I could hear a kettle behind her, and a chair moving on a hard floor. I said, "I'm still here." She said, "I know." Then she said, "I counted the days too." She told me she had written that message after a week when everything went wrong at work. She said she meant some of it, and she sent all of it. I said the part she meant was true, and that was the part one could not answer. She was quiet, and then she laughed once, very short. It was not a happy laugh, but it was hers, and I had missed it. We met on Saturday at the cafe with the big window. Emma is late for everything, so I arrived 15 minutes late on purpose. She was already there. There were 2 cups on the table, and she had ordered mine correctly. That is how I knew we were going to be fine. We talked for 2 hours, and only 20 minutes of it were about the message. She said that on the first night she had written something to me as well. I asked her what it said. She looked into her cup and said, "Probably the same as yours." On the way home, Mr. Lee was on his chair. He saw the 2 of us, and he did not ask anything. He only lifted his hand. The draft is still in my phone. I did not send it, and I did not delete it. It still says the same 2 words. That is the end of the story. Thank you for listening, and I will see you in the next one here on Slow English Listening.